Hello, all, and welcome to the first episode on Save the Environment 911, my environmentalist challenge words. We're not here to focus on the English language today. We are here to focus on the fact that the planet is dying. So I wanted to let you guys know this channel, this podcast, this lighting is horrible. Hold on. I wanted to let you guys know exactly what this channel, this podcast is for, what it's about. And I got inspired to do this channel when, I saw Greta. If you don't know who Greta is, she is this teenager that went and spoke to the UN and talked to them about how climate change is real and it's a real issue, and that basically we're killing ourselves with all the plastic and waste that we are creating. Which, by the way, I don't know if everyone knows this, but Greta, she, instead of taking a plane to the meeting at the UN, she rode a boat because a plane was too much, too big of a carbon footprint. Like, she wasn't like, no, I don't want to do a private jet, I'll just take a plane. She was like, not even that, a boat. We're gonna take a boat. So, claps to you, Greta, an inspiration to me. Also, I got this plant. He's a little wobbly. It's an aloe vera plant. His name is Vern. And when I got this plant, I didn't realize, that how much it takes to take care of a plant. And that made me start to think that, these plants, they have to be taken care of in a certain way, like all the trees around us. I don't know if you've noticed, but, it's winter and it's warm. It was warm for a really long time where I live, and now it's suddenly cold. Before it was like 60s, 70s, now it's like 20s. That is a rapid decrease in temperature, and that's going to be shocking to the plants. Just having an indoor plant made me realize, oh my gosh, these plants are probably freaking out because of all these changes that keep happening, being warm and cold, and they don't know, you know, they're going to start thinking, oh, it's warm again, it's spring, I should be producing my leaves, I should be producing my flowers to make fruit, and it's going to be cold, and then they're going to have wasted all this energy, and they won't be able to, produce what they need to produce when it actually comes to springtime. So we eat plants, and the animals we eat plants, and because of all the waste that we are creating, we are hurting those plants that we need to eat and have the things that we eat those plants. So we're killing ourselves. That was also an inspiration for this channel. Also, the Australian fires, the bushfires that are happening, like the sky is red. That's how big the fires are, and it's crazy. It really is. That's why I have two buns right now. It made me think of a koala, and I was like, what a great way to start off a channel with that. The lighting is weird again. But that's what made me think, okay, we're gonna make a channel. And so right now I am working on a website to go with this channel / podcast. If you are listening on Spotify, there's also going to be a YouTube channel. And if you are watching this on YouTube, there's also a podcast version of this episode that you can find on Spotify at Save the Environment 911. It was suggested to me through Gmail, and I was like, what better way? It's an emergency. 911. Save the environment. Save the planet. But yes, so the bushfires. I think it's a huge deal, and I was inspired to create this channel, this podcast, because people post about it on social media, like, save the animals, stop the fires. Like, bringing awareness is great, but if all anyone ever does is bring awareness and not actually do anything to stop the problem, stop the source, then the problem's gonna just keep happening. And so I donated to a GoFundMe to help, you know, because the people that are putting out the bushfires right now, they're volunteers and they have to get supplies. And so I donated to that. And a link for that will be in the description and also on the website that I'm creating. And it's just heartbreaking to see the lighting. Wow. Sorry, the lighting is not heartbreaking. The way this is happening is heartbreaking because bringing awareness is not enough. We actually have to do something. We actually have to, fix the source of the problem. That's something that my friend is learning about in nursing school, is that we're not just trying to fix the symptoms, we're trying to fix the problem, the source of the problem, because otherwise these symptoms will just keep coming back. That's what we need to focus on. Not the symptoms, but the real problem. And that's what this channel is going to do, because you may think, what can I do, to stop, to save global warming, because really it is on these big companies. We'll get into those big companies on this channel. But there are small things that we can do that will push back against big companies that are creating this waste that affect us and doesn't really hurt them at all. So, if you're interested in anything that I've said throughout this, please subscribe and tune in next Sunday for another factual thing. Next time, I will be more prepared and mapped out with what I'm going to say, because I will have notes. This was just a spontaneous, hey, I should make a video about what this podcast, this channel is going to be about. But a little bit about me. I'm going to be your host. My name is Shelby Watson, and I am a chemist. I'm about to graduate with my bachelor's in chemistry, and then I'm going to go into a PhD program in chemistry. So I'm not just some random person on the street that's throwing false information at you about the environment. I used to not believe global warming was a thing. And then the further I got into my major of chemistry and learning, and I was able to actually read these papers, these scientific papers that have been published, and was able to understand them, I was like, oh, crap, this is real. So the information you get from me will be factual. There will be citations. Everything will be true. And I think having a good source of information, a reliable source, is really important when it comes to things like this. So, as I said, if you're interested in what I am talking about, please subscribe and listen in for next Sunday's podcast video.